Hayden Parsons. I'm an Army chaplain for the last 12 years, whether it be part-time or full-time. Working in that space within our military has given me a lot, and maybe here are some insights using the whiteboard and able to give back. The purpose of this video is to put down some ideas on how to survive isolation. We live in unprecedented times with COVID-19. There are restrictions in the workplace, restrictions in the community. It's all about staying safe, and it's all about keeping our hygiene going and keeping away from people who might be at risk. And realistically, this is a war. We're at war against a virus which is deadly. So hopefully just in the next few minutes, with some insights here on the whiteboard, we can come together with a plan for you in isolation and how you can not just survive, but actually thrive. So I'm asking myself the question, as a soldier, what is my response to isolation, living in unprecedented times with COVID-19? And here are my thoughts. So like with any soldier, we start with a mission. What is our mission? Our mission is to not only thrive but survive. Our mission is to defeat COVID-19. How do we do that? If you're in the military, how do you tackle a mission? How do you do that? Well, you have yourself your team. The team does it, which is you and me, which is we. We are in this together. We achieve the mission. We defeat COVID-19. We not just survive, but we thrive. And who makes up the team? Who makes up the team? That is you. That is the individual. We make up the team. So in any military context, a team is made up of individuals. The team tackles the mission. Failure is not an option. We need to succeed, and we will succeed. So what does this mean? So in the military, in order to prepare people to go field, to go and exercise, to achieve the mission, we train, right? So we train. And to do that, we need structure. We desperately need some structure in our lives. Just winging it from day to day in isolation is going to drive us crazy. If we're just going to sit on a screen and scroll and waste our time, that's going to make life pretty uninteresting and pretty darn boring. So this requires structure. Individuals require structure. We need structure in order to achieve the mission. So structure, what does that look like? I'd like to propose that there is a strategy that we can employ each day. So for me, for example, my alarm goes off at 05. I'm not saying that has to be for you, but in the morning, you set yourself an alarm, you get up. For me, I have a shave, I brush my teeth, have breakfast, I go do some PT, but I have structure. So in the morning, I keep a morning routine, okay? So I keep a routine, and that then goes out in either 1 or 1.5 hour blocks throughout the day to the PM, where then we have a evening routine. Now that's just very general, that's a broad brush. It's the same when you're out field. When you're out field and you hooch it up, you wake up in the morning, you have your morning routine. You make yourself a brew, you have yourself a shave, you get yourself ready for today's activity. And there are activities throughout the day for training, for you, for your team to achieve the mission that's either you're looking at the time or down the track. And the same with an evening routine. To clean your weapons, have a meal, go to an orders group, find out what's going to happen, and then prepare for the next day. So we need structure. We desperately need structure. And to do that, in these times, in these unprecedented times, I'd like to propose that we have a structure which is something I developed a few years ago in my own life, and I simply call that SAFER. Keeping yourself safer. What does that look like? Well, this particular strategy that fits within this structure, the SAFER strategy nested within this structure, is body, mind, and spirit. So it's holistic. Okay, there's something for everyone. Not everyone will find it helpful, but I hope that there is something that you can take away. I know in my life this has made a profound difference in the lives of those that I work with. This strategy has saved lives. it's given people structure and some purpose and intention. So the first one, S, is for spirituality. So for me, I have a Christian faith. So what that means, spirituality, for me, it means whether I look at a service online, it means I pray, I read my Bible, I talk to friends of a similar worldview, and it's a way to nurture my spiritual side. That won't be for everybody, but I encourage you that in this time that we have in isolation, it's an opportunity to explore spirituality. What is it like to explore a deeper sense of worldview of who we are, examining our values, where did they come from, and where does that flow into? So in the morning when I go for my morning walk or I have my morning routine, I pray. I spend time in that space, right? I give a sense of gratitude for what I'm actually experiencing, a sense of gratitude for life. The next one, activity. Activity and exercise. So this is all about moving your body. Somewhat difficult in isolation, whether you're in an apartment or whether you're in a house, wherever you may be. There has to be a way where we factor in to our structure a way that you can exercise. And I was on a course recently with Defence, and throughout that course, the PTIs, the personal trainers, what they did was they actually took us into a place of just a few meters square each, and we did some exercises that were all body weight resistant. So doing some squats, doing some sit-ups, doing some push-ups, doing some planks, just moving our body and using some very natural and very easily accessible body weight strength exercises in a very small place. It's achievable. For some people, it's going for a walk, it's going for a run. For some people, it's getting on a bike or an exercise bike, or if you have a home gym, it's a no-brainer. Spirituality and activity are key structures to have in life. The next one is a sense of friendship. So we are in unprecedented times. I keep saying that because we've never seen this before, but friendship's about connecting with people. And although we're in isolation, we all have a screen, right? We can pick up a phone, we can call our loved ones, we can call our mates, we can jump on Zoom, Skype, whatever it might be, and we can connect with people electronically or digitally online. And in the last few weeks, I've been able to keep in contact with my extended family who predominantly live interstate, probably more so in the last 2-3 weeks than what I haven't, say, the last 6 months. It does mean a lot to keep in touch with people, and a sense of contact and friendship and a sense of belonging is really important. The next one is about eating nutritiously. Now what's really interesting is that we live in a time where, okay, you might be isolated. Look, I'm not the world's greatest cook, but it's one of those things where eating nutritiously, it means that less junk food, sitting on a screen, not being active, but we're now combating that because we are keeping ourselves active. Eating ourselves nutritiously. A few years ago, I was given this wheel, and this wheel's great because it's a visual representation of what's a healthy diet. So this is something that is in my pantry, and it reminds me and my family every time we go there. Half of this wheel, it's like designed like a plate, but half of this wheel is about salad and veggies, which are like a free food. You can eat as much salad or veggies as you like. And then down here, one of the quadrants we have is about portion of protein. So almost like 1/4 of our meal plan is about protein, and the other quarter is about carbohydrate. But the vast majority is about salad and about vegetables, which are a free food. So just something to consider while living in isolation with some of these fairly strict imposed restrictions, right, is how do you eat well? Because it's not just good for your physical health, but also your mental health. And then finally, down here, we have redevelopment. And redevelopment is about learning. Whether you have a hobby, whether you're studying a PhD, it doesn't matter. Whether you're a stamp collector, whether you're learning a language, and there's probably no greater time to jump online and to upskill and do some courses. There's a lot of organisations that run free courses at the moment in all ranges of things. So whether it's a hobby, an interest, it's working maybe in your garden or some pot plants that you have in your apartment or your unit. It's about nurturing and cultivating that sense of redevelopment, that interest. And we live in a digital era, so we can look at audio books, we can look at ebooks, we again jump online. There's so many resources that are available that we're able to tap into all of these things. So on the weekend, you're able to sit back and able to nurture your spiritual side. You're able to engage in some activity, contact either by phone or friends on Zoom or whatever it might be. Care for yourself. You deserve it. Care for yourself by eating nutritiously. Cut down on the rubbish, and redevelopment through learning. This is an opportunity. One of the invitations that we all face is that through our social restrictions, we can actually let go of a whole lot of busyness and a whole lot of activity that might kind of waste our time, where now it's an opportunity to say, all right, how am I going to redevelop myself? How at the end of this am I going to be better? How am I going to improve? And this is really important because this is something for our whole society that we have an opportunity to do. So to achieve the mission, which is to not just thrive, right? Not just survive, but to do really, really well and to be better than when we first arrived. We're part of a team. And who makes up that team? The individuals make the team. You and I, we can do this together with structure, with a safer program. It's all about being smart. It's all about trying something new. It's all about having an open mind. There are some things here that when you start to put some structure and routine into your life, you will find resistance. So for example, if you start to have a regular time of spirituality, or you might want to engage in regular activity or learning, there will be times where you're frustrated, and there will be times where you feel resistant to doing something. And that's easy, isn't it? It's easy to say, no, I don't feel like doing that today. Go gently with yourself, but notice that resistance, because that is an area for growth, okay? That's an area for growth. So here we have structure, here we have a strategy of safer. So thank you for watching. My intention is that we stay connected, we stay focused with some structure, and playing on that term safer, that we keep ourselves safer throughout this season of isolation and COVID-19. Go well, go gently. My name is Hayden Parsons. Thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.